Hello, hello. You are tuned in to the Katie Talk One-on-One show. Go ahead and hit that like button when you come through. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And big shout out to all of my subscribers. And I hope you all are enjoying this beautiful Tuesday. Okay, so I want to get off into this situation. I don't know if you guys ran across this perhaps on TikTok. I was trying to find the full video of when she was discussing what she was talking about when it comes to black women hair. I really couldn't find a full clip of everything that she was saying, but I ended up finding it on another YouTuber page. So you all make sure you go and follow her. Her name is Precious Fro. She talks about everything dealing with our texture of hair and empowering women with different textures of hair in the black community. So I checked out a few videos on her page. She has a very awesome page. You guys make sure you check out Precious Fro. So she has the full video. So I'm gonna let you guys listen to what everyone been talking about. And everyone's pretty upset with this young lady about what she had to say. You guys take a listen to this.
They do not. And for a lot of, I know me, I feel prettier with wigs or straight hair. I feel prettier. I feel more feminine with hair, wearing hair that mimics another race of people. And I know that's a shame. And I know that's some internalized self-hate. But listen, my eyes aren't fooling me. I don't look that good in any style, but definitely when my hair looks what it looks like natural. You know how some men, black men, they like a woman natural in theory, but if you put her side by side with a woman with a wig, they would choose a woman with the wig. I think a lot of black women are on that type of tip. We like our hair natural in theory. We should like it in theory. We like it better on somebody else, but when it comes to us, we do not look feminine. We do not look we do not look pretty. And the black community knows that we have those self-esteem issues. The black men and black women, they know we have these insecurities around our hair. And instead of letting us be great, what do? Taunt and pick and knowing everything that we're going through. Knowing that for real, I don't want to wear straight. I don't want to wear straight hair. But I don't look good with my natural hair and the natural wigs. I'm not trying to go to work looking like Mufasa. So I'm sorry if I let the cat out of the bag and I explain too much, but this is it. And y'all need to stop. Listen, it'll never change. It'll never change.
If we're being honest, I think there's a lot of things.
Okay, so that's what she ended up saying. I understand how she feels because a lot of things in our community I think will never change when it comes to texturism, when it comes to colorism. I don't think those things will ever change. I think it's really up to us. I think it's up to us to have that self love for ourselves and to embrace ourselves. But of course, I know so many women who are natural who still wear wigs and things of that nature too. I mean, me myself, I still wear weaves and wigs and things like that. But I still, every now and then, I pull out my real hair as well. Let me just show you a picture of it. I kind of did a big chop last year. Let me make sure y'all can see this. Okay. And I really do think a lot of what the young lady was saying, I think a lot of it was like internal insecurities that she have for herself. That's me right there. What's up with your Barbie? Shout out to Bougie Barbie, my favorite moderator. So yeah, that was me back when I chopped my hair off back in October. So I walk around a lot with my natural hair. So when she was saying she don't think black women look feminine and all this, I think that could be an internal insecurity that she has. And I'm gonna be so honest with you guys too, because I am on, a couple of dating sites. I don't be out here actively like dating or anything. a lot of times I just chop it up with them, and sometimes you just still want to see if you got it. You feel me? but but on the dating site, I have one of these particular pictures with my hair really short. And I'm being honest with y'all, these are the pictures that I get the most comments on the dating sites. I mean, a young and old man, men of all color, like it's like people like me better with short hair. But it's like I understand where she coming from when she talking about the insecurities and stuff like that. I just feel like it's a real insecure type of thing that I think probably all women of color probably struggle with. But a big thing about when it comes to the insecurities that you probably go through, I think most of it could be internal things, self-esteem issues. And most of the time when you were growing up, did you have anyone telling you were beautiful, teaching you how to take care of your real hair? Those kind of things come into play as well when it comes to how we purport ourselves and how we feel about our natural hair as we go from little girls to older women. So the women out here who have daughters, I mean, I think it's really important that you, for one, teach them how to do their hair. If you don't know how to comb hair, you can, look up so many videos out there on how to do hair. And I'm gonna share this right here because I ended up seeing this ended up going viral a few years ago. This is what's this woman name? Cheryl Underwood. So this is a comedian, Cheryl Underwood. She ended up saying some things and she ended up getting a lot of backlash. I think we all go through what she's talking about. Yep, all of us do. Most definitely all of us do. And Cheryl Underwood is a great example. They were talking about like when their kids get their first haircuts and stuff. Listen to what Cheryl Underwood said about her own hair.
Things do we all save?
Okay, I'm sorry, but why would you save Afro hair? I mean, you can't weave in Afro hair. You'll never see us at the hair place going, look here, what I need is I need this curly nappy beard. That just seems nasty.
I totally get this. I mean, I don't know if I'm weird, but I have like my son's first haircut and hair little
Which
things
is probably some beautiful long silky stuff.
Me too.
That's not what an Afro is.
I saved my kids. I have Kelly when she had her hair first cut. I've got the ponytail. I've got their first teeth. I've got everything. I can't let anything go.
You know, I had a big house fire about 8 years ago, and I had just my mother.
And from what Cheryl Underwood said, I really can't agree with her because when my kids had their first haircut, I kept some of their hair. And like Miss Osborne just said, I keep my kids' teeth, their hair, and everything. Like I can remember, one point, as you guys know, I cut hair, so I cut my kids' hair. And I remember my youngest son, he grew out his like mohawk, or was it a hollow? It was one of them, but he grew it out for a real long time. His hair got really long and really big. But when he was ready to get it cut off and I cut it off, I saved that hair. I mean, it's like I think hair holds energy and it holds memories and stuff like that. And they have 4C hair. And I didn't look at it like, ew, this is dirty, this disgusting, this puffy Afro hair. And then to combat what Cheryl just said, there's Afro wigs out here that people wear. People wear these really big curly quick weaves and wet and wavy hair and things like that. So when people are discussing things about, oh, what the women go into the beauty store and buy, oh, they're not buying this, they're not buying that. There's people out here getting there's people out here buying a whole lot of different textured hair and putting it in like it's weave. And I really don't think everybody is just going for that super straight look. Because just to be honest, with the certain features that a lot of us have, that straight hair is not for everybody. That straight hair is not for everybody. But I mean, we have other people around here, other people of other races coming at us about our hair, about our skin tone, our hair texture, and different stuff like that. Especially since the internet is just so wide open, and when you get on there and you hear a lot of black people talking down on each other, so of course it's gonna make it where other people of other races step in and start, they're gonna come with their opinion. And this is a great example. This happened about 2 years ago. So this is Tila Tequila. I don't know if you guys remember her. She was really hot on the reality show scene, like in the early 2000s. But Tila Tequila came out and she basically said that black women are cursed with bald heads. And she had some scriptures to back up the things she was saying. Sadly, my mom kept our baby hair in teeth too. Yep, I kept my kids' teeth too. And it seemed like my youngest son, it seemed like he just kept losing teeth. I was like, man, when are you gonna lose all these baby teeth? It seemed like every other month you had a teeth coming out. I don't know what the heck was going on with that. But yeah, I keep all that because man, it ain't nothing like memories. She said Tila Tequila is dusty. Girl, she is hella dusty and an alcoholic and everything. But what she said ended up going viral. Take a listen to what she said.
But it does not matter because it comes straight from God's throne, from the courts of heaven, from God's very own words in his book, to cast down all these lies and people who exalt themselves against the word of God. So there's this topic that nobody really likes to talk about, but it's very well known. The fact that most black women are bald. And they don't understand why. They blame it on like, oh, we use too much chemicals for our hair. It's the glue and too much braiding. But that's not it because, when I was in Hollywood, I did all kinds of stuff to my hair all the time. I bleached it, and it's just not like that. It's only black women who go bald. And let me tell you why, because let me tell you this verse here. But if a woman has long hair, it is a glory to her. For her hair is given to her as a covering. 1 Corinthians 11:15. So, I have such long hair and it grows so fast all the time that I'm constantly having to cut it. As y'all see, it's just constantly growing. And it says it is a glory to her, not to her shame. And let me read this to y'all, this little article I found. Says a study 3 years ago of almost 6,000 women of African descent by Boston University Stone Etymology Center found that almost 48% of respondents had suffered hair loss on the crown or on the top of the head, mostly caused by traction alopecia. That's not what it's caused by, but let me keep going. Given the topic tends to be shrouded in silence, the true figure may be higher. All of them. It says, if we all had to take off our wigs at work, 8 out of 10 women would have hair issues. It's just something we don't and won't talk about. We are very ashamed of it, says Bandal, this black woman. So she says, we are very ashamed of it. So see, God's people don't walk around feeling shameful. God's people are walking around filled with glory and long hair. See? But if a woman has long hair, it's a glory to her. But yet this black woman says, all the black women feel, shameful because they're bald. And I, as a woman, can understand because that's part of your beauty.
But I sort of see what she's saying coming from the word of God, saying that a woman hair is, basically her beauty. But at the same time, I cut hair and I have plenty of men who come and get their hair cut and they wear hats all the time because they're bald. So they feel shamed about being bald as well. So are those balding men, are they cursed too? Because a lot of them walk around very insecure and shame And you know, some of them suffer from like self-esteem problems because of their bald hair. And every every woman who wears a wig, every woman who wear a wig doesn't wear a wig for all the same reasons. I mean, some women, you have some people out here who are going through something called chemotherapy. Chemotherapy thins out the hair as well. So you have different people that go through different things, dealing with why they wear wigs. And you know, we can go back to the young lady who I was just talking about, and her name is Precious Fro. She misunderstood the scripture. Okay. She misunderstood the scripture. She has no idea what she's talking about. Yeah, go ahead and close the door. Yeah, she really did misunderstand the scripture. And it's like the way she put it out there. And when I remember when this first happened, and I was hearing people like Tommy Sotomayor talk about her, and he was like, oh, she is telling the truth. And I'm like, do you really feel like she's telling the truth, Tommy, or are you just on the bandwagon because she's saying some disparaging things about black women? Like, I don't know. I don't know. You just can't jump on the band. You just jumping on the bandwagon because she's saying something disparaging about black women, and that's your whole talking points and stuff like that. So I ended up running across this video. I want to show you guys this because this is insane. Okay, so you have this guy, and I guess he has a friend that records him while he's doing this. Hold on, I'm gonna let it pop up so you guys can see what this guy is doing. And when I seen this, I was like, really? Like you have no time, you have so much time on your hands to run around doing this. I'm gonna let you guys take a look at it. Okay, so you seen this. This is a guy who walks around with a leaf blower, and he sees black women with wigs, and he go up behind them and blow their hair off. And I think this is this has to be a skit. I don't know. A lot of them women was looking pretty damn mad. I'm not for sure if it's a skit or not. If it is, I wouldn't even want to participate in a skit like this. But I was just thinking, like, you don't know what the women going through and why they got a wig on. What if they just been going through chemotherapy for the past 4 to 6 months and they hair thin, and you coming along blowing their wig off with a leaf blower? That is just so lowbrow. It's crazy. It's a white guy to be doing it too. But just watching it, he just blowing those wigs off those people's head like that. It's crazy. I mean, you just blowing off people wigs, and I mean that is so embarrassing. And you know, what if you got people already out here that's balding or they're thin or they going through issues with their hair, it doesn't grow the way they want it to. So they choose to wear a wig, and you know, you got some strange guy walking around with a leaf blower, just oh, just wig in the air and gone. It's sad. I ended up, looking on TikTok when they were talking about the young lady that was talking about this situation, and I was running across a few people that was talking about it. But I ran across this young lady here. She had some really good stuff to say. Let's see. I think I can find her here. Okay, so listen to what this young lady said because I kind of really related to her. I really related to her when she was talking.
Okay, so I went out today. Okay, so I went out today and I went live and I look like this. Okay? Y'all see? And on the live, somebody made a comment about my hair, right? I don't know the race. I don't know the gender. I'm not really sure. I didn't do any research. But they said something about, oh, did you sweat it out? Did this, that, whatever. This is the style. I went like this, okay? Their intent was to insult my hair. I just want to say this. You men say, oh, we want you Black women to be natural, wear your own hair. But yet I had comments saying, what happened to your hair? Did you sweat it out? Is something wrong?
So that's the comment where they say, what's wrong with your hair?
Is something wrong? Did you sweat it out? Are you okay? And to me, it's just like, this is the style. This is 4C hair. To be honest, I flat ironed it in the front. This was the best I could do. This is the straightest I could get it. And those comments really made me want to put my wigs back on. This is why Black women don't want to wear their hair out. I just wanted to put that out there.
I see exactly what she's talking about because I have seen it. I have seen girls who are natural with the biggest, thickest, beautiful natural hair. And people like, okay, what are you going to do with your hair? Or, better yet, let's say they have a special event coming up or whatever. And they're like, okay, what you going to do? Are you going to get some extensions? You're going to get a wig? Like, what you going to do? Like, they automatically have to put hair on you just for them to feel like you're presentable. But it's like when you have a woman like her who who's comfortable with her natural hair, but you're in a situation where everyone in the world around you not comfortable. But that's why you don't do stuff to make other people comfortable. You're never going to be happy with yourself. And I think when it comes to situations like this, when it comes to discussing Black women hair, we just have to be comfortable we just got to be comfortable with us at the end of the day. It's all about you getting a healthy hair regimen for your hair and do what's best for you. Of course, you can break out your wigs and all that whenever you feel like it, but get to the point where you're comfortable with walking around with your hair, despite of what other people have to say. I'm glad I've always been the type of person who was never concerned about what the crowd have to say, because at the end of the day, the crowd is not living for me, and I can't live for them either. So, I mean, you just got to be happy with what's going on with you. I hate the situation about that lady getting on TikTok and saying the things that she said because you have a whole lot of younger girls who are trying to grow and love their hair and love on themselves, and they're learning how to do their hair. It's a lot of preteen girls, young girls that are natural, and they're trying to love their hair and get everything together with their confidence. And then you have this older woman coming along like, Black women hair don't grow, we don't look feminine. She's just projecting because all Black women don't feel like that woman. She projected all of her insecurities out there, and young impressionable girls they probably easily drunk the Kool-Aid and feeling like, yeah, you know what? I really don't feel comfortable with my real hair. I really don't like my real hair. So I hate the fact that she put those insecure words out there. She looks gorgeous. Yeah, she looked gorgeous. Her hair looks nice. I'm talking about full, healthy head of hair. And she didn't have any bald patches. I mean, it looks full and all that good stuff. So at the end of the day, don't let the public be a reflection of how you feel about yourself. Whenever you just completely take in what other people saying about you, you're always gonna feel bad. Somebody always gonna have something bad to say about you. But embrace yourself. We can wear our wigs. We can switch it up whenever we want to. But I think it's also important that we are comfortable with walking around with what God gave us too, and knowing how to work with it and take care of it, keep it moisturized. And of course, if you have 4C hair, like this young lady in the video right here, you most definitely got to keep it moisturized. And like I was talking about with my sister earlier, I said a lot of times, I mean, our hair is growing, but what it is, it's like retaining it is the issue. Hair retention, that's most of the problem, because it's hey, what's up with you, Terry? Shout out to Terry in the chat room. It's like as soon as our hair is growing, it's breaking off just as much. Like you could have, like, let's say a matter of 4 months, your hair has grown a whole inch and a half or 2 inches in it 4 months. But you also have your ends, the ends of your hair, that's coming in, and it's coming in split. The ends of your hair is the oldest part of your hair. So of course, if those ends are left dry, what happens when that hair gets dry? It's gonna start breaking. And I see that with all races of people. Don't you know? Because you guys know I cut mostly Asian and Caucasian people hair. So when you have a person who probably colors their hair a whole lot, those women who color their hair every 4 to 6 weeks, and then they're not getting trims, and they come in a year and a half later, haven't got a trim, but you are coloring it every 4 to 6 to 8 weeks or whatever. So you'll have them who hair all the way down to the middle of their back, but that hair should probably be to their shoulder, because all the split ends go all the way up to their shoulder. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm not lying to y'all. These people will go a year or 2 years, especially the women with the long hair. They'll go a year or 2 years without cutting or trimming their hair at all, and they continue to color it. They don't have a leave-in conditioner, no kind of healthy hair regimen that they use, and they come in with this hair all the way down to their back, but the hair should be to their shoulder, because these are people who probably have 18 to 20 inches of hair, but in no exaggeration, a good 9 inches is split ends. So when you have this, you have just, I mean, it's just a whole slew of people that's walking around and not even taking care of their hair. So of course, the black women will be the women who have a spotlight on them, because we have different texture hair. But as you guys seen in the video that went viral the other day, and I can't find the video right now, but I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it. The video of Beyonce showing the video of her getting her hair done, and man, Beyonce got inches for days. I said, I bet you all them white women that be talking about how bald-headed black women are, I bet you they didn't like to see that. But sometimes you don't just have to have the most money or whatever to keep your hair together. But I think it's really important that you just have a nice hair regimen, something that you do on a regular basis, something that adds moisture to your hair. And I say get the whole line when it comes to the shampoo, the conditioner, the hair mask. Most definitely a heat protector if you're the type that curls your hair, or you flat iron it, or you blow dry it. Most definitely you want to use a heat protector. I remember when Beyonce was, let me see, I'm trying to find the video right quick, y'all. Let me find the video. But I heard her when they were doing Beyonce hair, she said whenever I blow dry my hair, I always use medium or low heat because I don't like to put all that heat on my hair. So keeping the heat off the hair, that's another thing that helps you keep and retain hair retention. That's what it's called. The hair retention. So when you can keep and retain your hair retention, that's when you're gonna start seeing the growth. You're gonna start seeing that stretch. You're gonna start seeing the stretch, and that's when you can really see, like, oh, I can see my hair is retaining its length. I can see the growth. Because I know all about hair retention, because just off and on, I would say off and on, like all my life I've been, natural, and then I go back to relaxers, and then I be natural. I have been back and forth. I could say I got my first relaxer at a very early age. I was probably about 7. I was about 7 to 9 or something like that when I got my first relaxer. But as I got older, and I was responsible for myself, I went natural. I think the longest that I was natural was for like 4 years. And I think that is probably the longest that I have seen my hair grow. I'm trying to find that video. I'm trying to find that video of when she was doing her hair. But all of this, here it is right here, because I knew it was on It's On Site. Big shout out to It's On Site. But I
Now that
I
sacred
knew a lot of the people who sit back and say black women hair don't grow. I know when they seen this video, they was like, what? Because Beyonce has a black mom and a black dad, and her hair is like this. Look, it's all about you putting in that self-care and that time. If we can sit in the mirror and put lashes on and put makeup on for 30, 40 minutes, then most definitely we can spend that time putting that into our hair. So here's Beyonce.
known for the quality and what it does for your hair, I think it's about time I show y'all what it does for my hair. I love the lather. It's very soothing. The smells. Because my color was fresh, we used the rice and rose water ritual. And there's nothing in the world like the conditioner. I love it. There's nothing like it.
I'm really proud of the quality.
I do use a tiny bit of moisture seal before flat ironing. The stigma and misconception is that people that wear wigs don't have long and healthy hair. That's some bullshit, because it ain't nobody business. I'll get back to my hair. I like to blow dry my hair on medium heat because I try to stay away from as much heat as
Yep, you heard her say she do it on medium heat because she try to stay away from all that heat. And what she just said, when they was like, women with wigs ain't got no hair, that's BS. It's all about how you take care of it, taking care of it, of your hair. Of course, we wear the pretty wigs and stuff like that, but just underneath, just keeping it together.
possible and using the old school pressing comb. I've chosen color over perms or relaxers.
All natural, his favorite hashtag.
All natural hashtag. This is
I've been using this product and my hair has never grown so long, never been so moisturized. And I've managed to keep my texture and my curls, even with my hair so blonde and my hair is flourishing. Is it sacred? Is it sacred? I love sacred wash days because I'm able to focus and take some QT and spend it on me.
And I'm very grateful for those who have allowed the products to speak for themselves. And we are building the community that I've dreamt about. I'm proud of the ingredients. I'm proud of the way it's making people feel. I'm proud that it's not one-dimensional and that it's for multiple textures. I'm very, very grateful.
I think she got some music playing on there. Let me stop that. But yes, as you can see, she has a beautiful full head of hair. So, not only this situation, like I said, going back to the young lady, Precious Fro, this is all her hair. This is all her hair. This young lady, Precious Fro, her whole entire channel is, dedicated to, giving women confidence that have textured hair like ours. So her whole channel is dedicated to, empowering women with textured hair. Like that is so cool. Shout out to Terry in the comment section. Shout out to y'all that's watching. I was trying to make sure I didn't miss out on anything before I jump up out of here. And I said I don't want to mix in other news with this news, but I don't know if you guys heard about the situation with Megan Thee Stallion, and a person that used to work with her had a lot to say, and they got a whole lawsuit coming against her. Some it was kind of like on some Lizzo stuff, like she body shaming people and some more stuff. But I'm gonna probably come after I cook dinner and stuff. I'm gonna probably come with another live to talk about that situation with Megan Thee Stallion, because I said every time you look up, it's some freaky stuff surrounding Megan. She's like during the trial, they kind of put out all the people she done slept with. She done slept with this person and that person. You done slept with the baby and Trey Songz and just, man, it's just a lot going on with Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna come with a live about that. But most definitely, you guys, love yourself, love your hair, love your skin tone. Don't let anybody tell you you are less than, okay? And I just look at it like this. It looked like every time you look up, a black woman is the center of everybody's topic. Like, what's going on? I mean, if it wasn't something so great about us, people would spend all this time discussing us. People have whole platforms dedicated to tearing down the black woman. So all that means is that us black women have to build each other up. And I think when it comes to that situation, like when people talking about the 4B movement, inside of that movement, I don't really hear them talking about like women. Well, they do talk about like women loving on each other, but I think it should be surrounded by decentering the man and empowering one another. Like we got to empower each other because we already got a big crowds of people tearing us down. I mean, why should we be involved in tearing each other down and hating on each other when we already have way too many people doing it? So, of course, we have to continue to love ourselves, build up ourselves, take that self-care, take care of ourselves, all that good stuff. But I sure appreciate you guys coming to check me out. And I will be back with another live it'll be before 9 o'clock, most definitely. So you guys, make sure you hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel if you have not. And big shout out to all my subscribers. And I am signing out. Katie Talk 101. Peace.